Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting day. Today is day 4 of 75 days coding challenge, and in this video we are going to learn about polyfill of push brother. Yeah, you heard it right. It is unshift. Push elements डालता है पीछे से while unshift डालता है आगे से. Don't take me wrong.
आप लोग मुझे गलत समझ रहे हैं, आपको गलत फहमी हो रहा है.
मैं elements डालने की बात कर रहा हूँ array में. So yeah, let's get started. But before watching this video, if you haven't watched my last video, which was on polyfill of push, then go and see it because there are many things which are in common. So go and see it and then come back here. So let's get started. But before starting, you know what to do. Subscribe, man.
क्या बात है सर, क्या बात है सर, क्या बात, ये बात है.
So yeah, let's get started with the polyfill of unshift method. तो unshift method क्या करता है? unshift method array के front में elements add कर देता है, right? It added the elements in front of the array. So let's use it for an array 1 2 3, and I want to add elements 4 and 5. Okay, so it will add the elements in front of the array and in the same order which we have given here, right? So the resultant array will be, as it is mutated method, it will mutate the value of this, okay, whatever we are sending, like we are sending in case of this an array. So it will mutate that array and update the array and add the elements in front of that array and update its length also, right? So it will add the elements in the same order which we have given, right? So, and the length it will update to 5. Okay, so this is normal. And let's say second case, I can take, if I have an array with 1 2 3 value, right? With 1 2 3 value, and if I do the same unshift, but in this case I will only unshift one and then unshift other. So in this case it will first add this here, right, in front of this, and then in front of this array it will add this. So the order will be different in this case. So order will be 5 4 1 2 3 in this case, right? So this is the difference, because if we pass the whatever the order we are passing in unshift, it will keep that order in that case. So let's discuss if we pass, we call this method on array like objects. So we can call it for primitive types also, we can call it for other object also. So let's try calling it for maybe obj object. Name is John, okay, and I'm calling it using array.prototype. Okay, array.prototype dot unshift whatever dot call. I'll pass my obj and I will also pass 4 and 5. So first thing it will do, it will search for the length property. The same thing we have discussed in the push method. So here also it will search for the length property, and if there is none, if there is no length, then it will take it as 0. If the length is not a number or undefined, so it will take that as 0. Okay, and with 0 length it will start adding elements from front. I mean, whatever the length currently we have, it will start adding elements. But in the case of push method, it was adding at the end, right? So whatever the length I had, it was adding from there. But in this case it will start from 0. Whatever the length, it does not matter because it needs to add elements in the front. So in this case length is also 0, but anyways it will start from 0. So it will, at 0 position it will add 4, at 1 position it will add 5, Okay, and name will also be there, and it will also update the length. If there is no length property, it will add it by itself, and starting the length was 0 and now it has added 2 elements, so length currently is 2. So this is my final object, which after this line which we will get. Okay, so let me show you the example in the code, and then we'll start with the polyfill, right? So let me create an array 1 2 3 array dot unshift 4 5. So it will keep the order, right? See, 4 5 1 2 3, and if I do this array dot unshift dot 4 and then again I do, now the order will be different, because first we are adding this, then this with different methods. Okay, so let me take the case of now object obj name John, array dot prototype dot unshift we need to use, right? We'll call this with the value of this as obj, and 4 and 5 I want to add. Let me console this object also. You see, it has added 4 at 0, 5 at 1, and it has also added the length property here. Okay, so this we need to keep in mind while writing the polyfill. Also, like for push method also, we were not able to call push method on the string because the strings are immutable. Same with the unshift method, we will need to throw error if it is called with the for string. Okay, so before jumping into the polyfill, let's create a to-do list which we will need to do while creating the polyfill, and then we will jump into the code. Okay, so for polyfill, first thing, same as push method, need to do the handling for null and primitive. For null we will throw the error, for primitive will convert them into object using the object method. I mean, it will wrap the primitive types into their wrapper classes. Okay, then we need to do the handling for string handling. Okay, for string also we need to throw the error because unshift method cannot be called for immutable objects. Okay, third one is we need to check if there is any length property. If there is any length property, we need to sanitize it using, we will do the sanitization using unsigned right shift operator. This I have discussed in last video, you go and see it if you haven't watched. So what it will do basically is, it will sanitize it, it will convert the negative numbers to positive, it will convert to NaN undefined to 0, and if there is any number which is out of range, which is out of -30 to out of this range, safe integers, so it will bring them into range. Okay, as we will do the unsigned right shift operator with 0 bit, it will keep the original value of, if there is a valid value of length, keep as it is. So these all things it will do. So we'll get the length, correct length, right? Then what we need to do? Let's say I have 1 2 3 in the array and I want to push 4 and 5, right? I need to push them here in front, right? So we need to move them to back. So this will go here, this will go here, then again for another element this will go here, this will go here. But what if we start moving them from front? if I move 1, then I will replace this 2, so I will lose, this value will be lost. So I don't need to move them from front, I will move them from back. तो मैं बैक से लूप चलाऊंगा, स्टार्ट करूंगा. ओके, फर्स्ट आई विल चेक कि मुझे कितने एलिमेंट्स ऐड करने हैं, बिकॉज द नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स आई वांट टू ऐड इज द सेम एज द नंबर ऑफ प्लेसेस आई नीड देम टू मूव. बिकॉज अगर मुझे 2 एलिमेंट्स ऐड करने हैं तो 2 एलिमेंट्स यहां पर आ जाएंगे, तो ये 2 आगे चला जाएगा, ये 2 आगे चला जाएगा, ये 2 आगे चला जाएगा, राइट. सो मैं पीछे से लूप स्टार्ट करूंगा 3, यहां पे मुझे 2 एलिमेंट्स ऐड करने हैं. सो आई विल मूव दिस 3 दो इंडेक्स आगे. तो जावास्क्रिप्ट इतना फ्लेक्सिबल है, वो एरे को अपने आप, एरे की लेंथ को अपने आप इंक्रीज कर देगा, राइट. यहां पर 3 आ जाएगा, 2 मूव होके यहां पर आ जाएगा, 1 मूव होके 3 की जगह आ जाएगा. ओके, so first we need to do the movement part. Movement, 4th is movement, right. And then 5th is we can take these elements and add it on the front. Okay, add arguments in the front from 0 index, right. In front में तो 0 index से ही add करना पड़ेगा ना. Add argument in front with 0 index. This we will need to do. Then we will get the updated length. Length update हो जाएगी, updated length हमें मिल जाएगी. Then we will return the updated length. This is all what we need to do in this case. And we will create the polyfill now without cramming it. We will understand it line by line and then we will implement it. So as you know, before creating any polyfill, I need to check if it already exists. If it does not, then only we need to create. So I will call it my Unshift. And if it is false, then only I will create it. Prototype dot my Unshift. It is a function. I will take the args. It is an array. Okay, now first thing I need to do is if this is null. Okay, first thing हमें ये करनी थी null और primitive, right. So null मैंने चेक कर लिया है. I can throw an error for null because it cannot be called for null. My Unshift method cannot be called for null, right. We also need to do the handling for string. So if type of this is string, or this is the same thing we did in last, and if there is any wrapper class string object, उसका जो type of रहेगा object रहेगा, string नहीं रहेगा, उसे भी हमें यहाँ पर चेक करना पड़ेगा. So we can convert it into toString. Okay, and then check if it is equal to object string. So if we convert any string object into string, then it will get converted to like this. So if it is there, then we can throw an error. My Unshift cannot be called for immutable objects. Okay, this handling we have done. Let's do the for primitive type. Okay, so we need to create convert it primitive types to object, because this method can be called for any primitive, for number, for string, for boolean. So we'll need to convert them into their wrapper classes. So this is we are doing. So we have converted it, and once converted, we will take their length. We will search if they have any length property, and we will do the unsigned right shift operator to sanitize it, right. Unsigned right shift operator. So this is same from the push method, the last video. यहां तक हमारा सेम ही है. Now we will take the length of arguments. So args length we will take. हमें कितने एलिमेंट्स ऐड करने हैं, राइट, args length, and we'll run loop let I from the back. हमें मूवमेंट करना है, राइट, जो एग्जिस्टिंग एलिमेंट्स है उनका मूवमेंट करना है. तो पीछे से हमें मूवमेंट करना होगा, लेंथ से स्टार्ट करेंगे और जब भी लेंथ ग्रेटर देन 0 है, एंड विल डू द नेगेशन हेयर, विल रन लूप फ्रॉम बिहाइंड. सो अभी लेंथ ये है मेरा. अभी मुझे इंसर्ट करना ओबीजे में, लेकिन मुझे एलिमेंट जो पुश करना है वो लेंथ -1. ओके, बिकॉज यहां पर जो मुझे एलिमेंट्स हैं, 3 एलिमेंट्स हैं, मैं यहां से स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं, तो ये एलिमेंट चाहिए. ये एलिमेंट मुझे मिलेगा लेंथ -1 पोजीशन पर, राइट, लेंथ -1, सॉरी I -1 will take here, right, because starting में I length है, then I will start decreasing it. Okay, so I will come here, right. और मुझे ऐड कहां पर करना है, वो मुझे ऐड करना है जो भी ये एलिमेंट है उससे 2 ज्यादा. इन दिस केस जो आर्गुमेंट्स की लेंथ है उससे, आई मीन जो करंट एलिमेंट है उसको आर्गुमेंट्स की लेंथ के अकॉर्डिंग. तो इन दिस केस यहाँ पर 3 मुझे ऐड करना है, 2 एलिमेंट्स आगे मूव करना है, राइट. सो यहां पर मैं करूंगा जो करंट एलिमेंट है I -1, और मुझे इसमें आर्क्स की लेंथ ऐड करनी पड़ेगी, तो वो आगे मूव कर देगा उसको, राइट. सो I माइनस और फिर वो अपने आप जितने भी एलिमेंट्स है उसमें वो उन सबको आगे मूव कर देगा. गॉट इट. सो 0 को हमें नहीं करना बिकॉज वी आर ऑलरेडी डूइंग I -1. तो यहाँ पे लूप हमें करना है 0 से ग्रेटर तक रन, राइट. सो दिस इज द मूवमेंट वी हैव डन. मूवमेंट. नाउ इंसर्ट. नाउ विल अगेन रन लूप फ्रॉम 0 दिस टाइम and less than args length j plus plus. Okay, now we are inserting the arguments. We'll need to insert it at the j position, and for args j also, right, because जितने भी args की लेंथ है उतने ही मुझे args यहाँ पर मुझे लेंथ नहीं लेनी है, args एरे लेना है, राइट. तो j सेम थिंग, 4 and 5, 0, 1 index. Here also the index will be same, 0 and 1, right. So that's why we'll took it at j here. So अभी insert हो गया है. अभी हमें क्या करना है, add argument हो गया है. Next is updated length and return the updated length, right. So updated length क्या रहेगा, updated length will be my करंट लेंथ जो भी था मेरा, राइट, प्लस आर्क्स लेंथ, राइट, जितने भी मैंने एलिमेंट ऐड किए हैं और जितने पहले उसमें थे. सो आई विल नीड टू अपडेट द लेंथ ऑफ दिस ओबीजे डॉट लेंथ मैं करूंगा यहाँ पर अपडेटेड लेंथ के इक्वल, और रिटर्न करूंगा अपडेटेड लेंथ को. सो दिस इज इट. If you have any doubt, let me know, because we have done this same thing. यहाँ तक हमने already last वीडियो में किया था, लेकिन ये पार्ट हमने नया किया है इसमें अनशिफ्ट में. एट दी फ्रंट हमने एलिमेंट्स ऐड किए हैं. सो लेट मी टेस्ट इट. आई विल टेक दिस, कॉपी इट एंड मूव इट हेयर. यहाँ पर हम चेक कर लेंगे. इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग शिफ्ट आई विल डू द माई अनशिफ्ट. Here also my unshift, and I will see the console. 5 4 correct. 1 by 1 हम ऐड कर रहे हैं, और this is also correct, right. Let me call it for string also. Let me see if I am getting the error. Hello string. Okay, I'm getting the error, right? My unshift cannot be called for immutable object. So this is it for this video, because this is great polyfill we have done. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, because many more polyfills will come and many more machine coding JavaScript questions will come in this challenge. So keep watching. Thank you.